The story of Crazy Joe was torn from yesterday's headlines, and it's as terrifying as tomorrow's.
Good morning. Welcome back to Crazy Joe's Concession Stand. I'm Crazy Joe. Today I have another physical media review for you. Today we are going to talk about a film. What year did this come out? This came out in, 2008. Has it been that long? This is like a 15-year-old movie. All right, guys, we're going to talk about a film from 2008 starring the one, the only, Mr. Patton Oswalt, which is hitting Blu-ray this week, and that is Big Fan. This is, 15-year-old movie finally hitting Blu-ray. And it was sent to me for a review by our friends at Shout Factory. This is a Shout Factory release. And I haven't seen this movie since it was in the theaters. No, that's not true. That's not true. I've watched it once since then on standard DVD, which we're going to get to in a second. But since its original DVD release, I have not seen this film. And it's about a New York Giants fan played by Patton Oswalt named Paul, who he just loves the New York Giants. He especially loves a player named Quantrell Bishop, his favorite player for the New York Giants. And he works as a parking lot attendant, sits in a booth. People pay their parking tolls to him. And he spends all his time calling into a sports talk radio to talk about how great the Giants are. Paul's considered a bit of a loser by his family. His brother is an attorney. He lives with his mom. His mom's always pushing him to get a girlfriend to move out. But Paul is satisfied with his life the way it is. He likes living at home. He likes working at the parking lot and obsessing over the Giants. It's really all he wants to do. And on the sports talk radio, he has a rival named Philadelphia Phil, who calls in to talk about how great the Philadelphia Eagles are and how the Giants suck. And Philadelphia Phil and Paul are always going back and forth through voice messages over this sports talk radio show. So this movie kind of takes a turn when Paul runs into his favorite player, Quantrell Bishop, pumping gas. And Paul's doesn't make the best decisions. His obsession with the New York Giants, he does things that maybe you would think, hey, that's not a good idea. He doesn't seem to see that these things aren't a good idea. And he decides he's going to follow Quantrell Bishop and see where he goes. So he and his friend get in the car and they just start kind of following Quantrell Bishop around town. And they end up at a strip joint where they try to talk to him. And Quantrell Bishop realizes they've been following him, gets very angry, and beats the crap out of Paul, puts him in the hospital. So now he's in a bind where his favorite player just assaulted him. The police are pushing him to press charges, and he doesn't want to because that would take Quantrell Bishop off the team, and that would hurt the Giants. And he can't hurt the Giants. He loves the Giants. That's the gist of the movie. I'm not going to say any more than that because there are plot twists that come later in the film, and I don't want to give you any spoilers, but that's the basic plot of the film. He's obsessed with the team, and what happens when the thing you love ends up hurting you? How do you deal with that? That's the thrust of this film. I like this movie. Patton Oswalt gives a great performance. It's a more dramatic role for him. There's a little bit of comedy in this, but it's really more of a dramatic film, and he is quite good in it. Philadelphia Phil is played by Michael Rappaport. Now, if there's one thing I have to criticize, being, someone from the Philadelphia area, it's kind of funny that Michael Rappaport with his thick New York accent is playing Philadelphia Phil. It almost would have been more believable if they flipped the roles and had Patton Oswalt as the Philadelphia fan, because Patton Oswalt is from Virginia. He does not have a New York accent. He doesn't have a Philly accent either. But at least the guy with the New York accent would be supporting the Giants. But, look, let's be honest. Patton Oswalt's a better actor than Michael Rappaport. Michael Rappaport can be entertaining to watch. I enjoy watching him. Not a great actor. This is a great movie. It's one of those movies. I don't know how many people have seen this. It certainly was not a big hit when it came out. It is from Robert Siegel, who wrote and directed it. He is best known as a writer. He wrote The Wrestler, the movie The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, which was directed by Darren Aronofsky. He's directed several films. He has not done a whole lot of directing. I think he's only directed 2 features, this being one of them. But this is a really good film, something I would recommend checking out if you get a chance. Let's talk about the physical media release. Okay, it's Shout Factory. It's not from the studio, so you are not getting a digital code. Digital codes usually are not provided by boutique labels like Shout Factory. So you just get the Blu-ray, and that is it. And what's really disappointing about this release is there are absolutely zero, count them, zero special features. And that is really disappointing because I have here the initial DVD release. All right, obviously the film looks better on Blu-ray. You're looking for the best quality of the film. This is the one you want to pick up. The Blu-ray looks a lot better. But this DVD, which was put out by the studio, this was put out by... What studio had this? Wow, this was an independent film. First Independent Pictures, Economy Pictures. This wasn't even released by a major studio. I didn't even realize that. But this DVD has special features on it, as you can see, and it's got a few of them. This comes with outtakes, Q&A with Robert Siegel and Patton Oswalt. Kevin Corrigan recalls his own big fan experience. Siegel and Oswalt interview with Terry Gross on NPR's Fresh Air, downloadable poster, and a theatrical trailer. All right, so it's not jam-packed with special features, but you do get some special features here, and it would have been nice if they carried some of them over to the Blu-ray. They did not. This Blu-ray is totally bare bones, which is unfortunate. So there's the DVD. You get special features here. Here you get a better picture, but you get no special features. Disappointing, but it is what it is. And especially disappointing coming from Shout Factory, because Shout Factory, they're usually, as a boutique label, they usually do, quite a bit with special features, especially their Scream Factory releases. We used to call Scream Factory the Criterion of horror, but they've really dropped the ball on special features here. But let's not lose sight of the fact that special features are nice, but the film is the main event, and this is a good film, and it looks good on this Blu-ray disc. This is a good picture. The movie hasn't looked this good since its theatrical run, and it is finally available after all these years on Blu-ray. So there you go, big fan. Pick it up now. Special thanks to Shout Factory for sending me this release. And you can pick it up wherever you get physical media, whether that be Amazon or a brick and mortar store. I don't know, wherever you go. Maybe Shout Factory's website. Pick it up and check it out. It's worth watching. And I should point out, this is very much a movie about sports fans. I am not a sports fan. I'm not like a hardcore sports. I realize I'm wearing Philadelphia Phillies glasses as I say I'm not a sports fan. There's a reason I'm wearing Philadelphia Phillies glasses. Has to do with the video I'm doing later in the day. But no, I'm really not a sports fan. So if you're like, well, that's not a movie for me because I don't like sports. You don't have to, because I don't really like sports. This is just a good story. It's just a good story. All right, everybody. Until next time, keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those pajamas with the plastic feet. Keep wearing those pajamas. Tell everyone you meet. Keep wearing those pajamas with the back door flap. Keep wearing those pajamas. Don't open it, it's a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. Some people call them PJs, some people call them jammies. They can come embroidered with big money and no whammies. They can have 100 tiny commander pajamas, but no matter how they look, just keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep on wearing those pajamas. Keep wearing those pajamas. I know we're having fun. Keep wearing those pajamas. And now the song is done.